In order to create web pages by writing the HTML code, we're going to need a tool to do that. The tool we're going to use is called repl.it. It is, you can see I went to Google and I typed in REPL space IT, and this will come up for you. It's repl.it.com, or you can find it by going to repl.it. Either way, it is an online editor that allows you to write code and then will display the web page for you. Go ahead and click on this. Now, keep in mind that since this is an online tool, it's going to work whether you're using a Mac or a Windows-based machine. When you get here, you're going to need to create a user ID and password, and it'll allow you to create files and download them and then send them in through Blackboard. Click on Start Coding, create your username, use an email that you'll remember. I recommend using your T-Wolves email. It does use your email upon login every time, and then a password. So as I said, I already have one, so I'm just going to log in, and you can see it does use your email address for logging in. Okay, and then once you get in, you can see you have your menu here on the left. It shows your ID, and you want to create a new REPL. Now, a REPL is a collection of files, and in our case, since we're creating web pages, it would be a new REPL would include all the files you need for one particular website. So we want to create a new REPL, so you can click on this button here, or you can go right to the center of the page and choose this Create HTML. Okay, when you get this window here, again, I want you to look at this drop-down because I've chosen HTML as our programming language, but there are many other programming languages that you can use in this tool. And then notice here that it gives it a wacky name. You want to change the name. So in our case, you want to make it something like, I think I ask you to specifically type in your last name and then either project1 or HTML1, something like that. So go ahead and do that. Okay, and let me explain what you're looking at here. So you have in the middle what is called a text editor, and that allows you to just type in text. So this is going to be your HTML code. This is where you write your code. And one nice feature is the line numbers, so it helps you figure out where you are in your code. On the far right here is the actual page itself. So once you have some code in there that's meaningful, the page will display here on the right-hand side, so you can see immediately what you've done. Over on the left is the list of files that are included in this REPL. Again, remember the REPL is a collection of files. The first one, and what is most important to look at, is the extension. The first one, index.html. That means that this is an HTML file, so this is going to be your HTML code. It's named index because whenever you're creating a website, the best practice is to name your home page index. The next file you're looking at has a .js extension. That's for JavaScript. We won't be using that here, but there's no harm in keeping it here. If you click on it, you'll notice that the file is completely empty. I'm going to go back to index.html. And then the final one is style.css. This includes the code for the styling for your page. So again, you can either include the CSS inside the HTML file here or have a separate file for it. And notice that this is still empty. So the next thing I want to explain is how you're going to submit your work in Blackboard. So a couple things about navigating here. You've got an add file, and we will use this as it comes, an add folder, which we probably won't use, but click on the three dots. You have upload file, upload folder, and download as zip. You want to download as zip. This takes the entire REPL and compresses it, so click on this option. And notice right here, I know it's not quite in my view, but you can see it created a zip folder named the name of my REPL. So click on this. It opens it up in Windows Explorer. You can see it's in my downloads folder, and it is named the name of the REPL, and it includes all the files. Now that you have this as its own file, you can navigate to Brightspace and submit it for your assignment. So say, for example, you had an assignment here in the example, so I know yours is going to look differently. But let's say I have the student view.
Okay, and so I'm in the assignment and it says drop your files or click here. So you can just upload, select the zip folder, click open. It attaches it here, and now you can submit.